Hey guys, Exzires here, bringing you part 1 of my Halo Call of Duty Crysis comparison. I might only end up doing multiplayer, or I might do single player, depending on if I finish the Crysis 2 multiplayer or single player soon. So this part, I'm solely gonna talk about guns, weapons, ammo, grenades, etc. So I'm gonna start off by talking about Crysis. Well, actually, I'm gonna start off by talking about how unlocking guns works. In Halo, for those of you who don't know, you don't unlock guns. They spawn on the map, and then you have to pick them up throughout the match. And then you spawn with a designated weapon. Although in Halo Reach they introduced classes, but they're preset for the game type, and then you choose it at the beginning of the match. So it's similar to the default classes in Call of Duty, but there are no custom classes then. And also there are no perks, but in Halo Reach there is a armor ability, which is like Invis. Shoot, I don't remember them. I don't remember them from Halo Reach, but in Halo 3 there's nothing. So yeah, that's kind of how it works in Halo. You spawn with a weapon, and then there's also weapon spawns throughout the map, and it takes time for them to spawn. It's a designated amount of time. Like, for most power weapons, which is like rocket, sniper, shotgun, it's a minute and a half to 3 minutes, anywhere in that area. And most people time this so that they can pick them up accordingly. And then in Call of Duty, as most of you know, besides Black Ops, you rank up and then you unlock guns as you rank up, and then you have to use that gun and get kills in order to you have to get kills with that weapon in order to unlock attachments. And then in Black Ops, you get the ability to unlock the gun, but then you have to have enough COD points to buy it, which is kind of similar to how the system works in Crysis. In Crysis, just like Black Ops, you have to have a certain level to be able to unlock the gun. But then every few levels you get a gun unlock, which it works like COD points for buying guns, in that if you only have one gun unlock, but at level 13 you unlock 2 guns, you have to pick one of them until you get another gun unlock. So that's the basic system of how it works. Trying to think if there's anything else. Well, in Crysis 2, unlocking weapon attachments works the same as buying guns. You unlock the attachment by using the gun, but then you have to have an attachment unlock in order to unlock the attachment. Whereas in Call of Duty, it's kill-based. And in Halo, there are no attachments. But that's kind of beside the point. So now I'm going to talk about the individual weapon classes. In Halo, you only get one sniper, one assault rifle, one battle rifle, one kind of rocket launcher, and it's the same for everyone. And for Halo, I feel like these work pretty well. I actually really like the system because it makes I guess I would say, like, level or fair playing field. There's no kid like running around with like the most overpowered weapon. Like, there are no M16 red dot sights like from Call of Duty 4, or the MP44, or was it the MP40? MP40 from World at War, the AK-74U from Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, I guess like the ACR or the UMP, or the UMP. So yeah, Halo, they try to remove as many imbalances as they can. And they just try to make it as fair and level of a playing field as they can. Whereas in Crysis, from what I've noticed, the Scar is like one of the best guns, and it's the first gun that you unlock. So I like that because you're not at a disadvantage by being a lower level. Whereas sometimes in Call of Duty, I feel like I am at a disadvantage being a lower level. So I started off with the Scar. And then the submachine guns I haven't really been able to use yet. Every time I've picked them up, they're really good close range, but they're hard to get long range kills. Like, I mean, it should be. And then this, I guess I'll talk about Crysis now. The sniper in Crysis, you can't quickscope with. Well, I got a quickscope earlier, kind of. Like, it's really hard to get one-shot kills unless you get a headshot, and it's almost impossible to get a headshot with the sniper. I mean, you really have to like line up that shot, so you're not going to be able to quick scope with them. So they're more of a tactical weapon. Like, you can use it to take down someone's shields or to like tell your team where they are. but you're not necessarily going to be able to go Rambo and pull off like 25 and 5 scores by running around quickscoping. You're going to kind of have to like sit up in high perches like I did earlier with the snipers and try and take down people's shields and maybe go for 2-shot kills if you use the semi-automatic. But yeah, that's sort of how the snipers work in this game. And I'm trying to think. The MLGs are pretty, well, the like heavy weapons are pretty beast once you get like used to them because they have a ton of recoil. And like long range and even close range, it can be really hard to manage the recoil. So yeah, now I can hop over to Call of Duty, as most of you know. I'm not a big fan of the way that unlocking weapons and like the way that it works in Call of Duty, just because I feel like it's imbalanced. Just kind of in the sense of like quickscoping. If you try to quickscope with sleight of hand, you'll do, or you usually will do a lot better than you'll do with marathon, unless you're really used to marathon, and like you're at a disadvantage, I would say, not having sleight of hand pro on your sniper. And I feel like Call of Duty 4 was the most fair of Call of Duties because you get the M16, which is the most powerful gun in the game probably, at the very beginning. Whereas Modern Warfare 2, it's kind of all preference. And my favorite gun was the AK-47, which you unlock at the very last level. So I didn't really like that. And I think that the perks on Call of Duty are a little bit, I don't know how to say this. I wouldn't say they're overpowered, but I don't think that they work correctly. Because I guess I would say they're overpowered in a sense that they do too much. Like, I think stopping power increases your damage by too much, and then like, I don't know, it just creates unfair play, I think, and unbalanced play, and I don't like that. And there's a few perks that can promote camping for you, along with kill streaks. I don't like the way kill streaks work, but I'll do that later, not in this part. So yeah, that's basically the lowdown on weapons. I feel like overall in this department, Halo or Crysis is my favorite section, because I said this would be a comparison, so either Halo or Crysis is my favorite section. Now don't get me wrong, I like Call of Duty, I just don't like the way weapons work, and I feel like they're overpowered. And one other point on Call of Duty weapons is that they don't have enough recoil. Like, you shouldn't be able to kill someone across the map with an SMG with like lightweight on. I mean, I don't know, I just feel like that's not balanced at all. And you get no advantage out of using like an assault rifle versus an SMG. And so it kind of makes for monotonous play because you don't have to change your playstyle. So I would say that Halo or Crysis is my favorite because of the balancing of play, and yet every gun has a different playstyle. And then Call of Duty, they need to make bigger, how do I phrase this? The weapons need to be different. Like, they're too similar to each other, and so it kind of makes the play monotonous. Whereas in Crysis, if I pick up a different weapon, I have to realize I'm using that weapon because I have to play completely different than I do with, say, an assault rifle and an SMG. Assault rifle, I don't necessarily want to get in a really close range battle. I want to get in a medium ranged battle. Whereas with the submachine gun, I want to get pretty close quarter. Same with the shotguns. Shotguns, you don't get like Spaz 12s, which can shoot like halfway across the map. You have to be pretty close, but if you're close, you'll win the gunfight. And then Halo is the same way. Battle rifles, unless you're good with it, if you're good with it, you can kill people close range, but you don't necessarily want to get super close range. And then the sniper, you want to be long range, and shotguns, you can't kill people from far away at all. I mean, it has like no distance, but close range, it's like a one-shot kill. So I would say that Halo and Crysis take the lead in this, and then Call of Duty kind of slacks behind because of the monotonous playstyle and the way that it works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Part 2 will most likely be either gameplay or maps. I haven't decided yet. It depends what I feel more ready to talk about. So leave this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed, alright, peace.